All right, so ever think about what you'd do if you were suddenly staring down an impossible situation, like, thrust into some crazy action movie scenario?
I think we all kind of imagine ourselves as the hero in those situations.
Right, but what if you were dealing with something even tougher? Like, what if you were battling your own inner demons at the same time?
Now, that's an interesting question.
And that's exactly the kind of territory we're diving into today with the trailer for Aftermath.
Wow, starring Dylan Sprouse.
Yeah, Dylan Sprouse.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking sweet life here. This looks like a whole other level.
Okay, I'm intrigued. So what's the setup?
Well, Sprouse plays a former soldier struggling with PTSD who gets caught in a hostage situation.
Oh, wow. Okay. Right off the bat, that's a lot to unpack. PTSD in a high-stress scenario like that.
And it gets even wilder.
Yeah.
It all goes down on Boston's Tobin Memorial Bridge. I mean, talk about a pressure cooker. Right. You're trapped. Escape routes are limited.
And for someone with PTSD, that feeling of being trapped can be magnified tenfold.
Exactly. Yeah. It's not just the immediate danger. It's the potential for all those past traumas to resurface,
Absolutely. See, a lot of people think PTSD is just flashbacks, but it's way more complex than that. It's about your nervous system basically being stuck in fight or flight mode.
So imagine being in that heightened state of awareness, every sense on high alert, and then being thrown into a hostage situation.
You're talking about a perfect storm of fear and anxiety.
And it gets even more intense. The trailer calls the hostage takers a heavily weaponized group of ex-military revolutionaries.
Whoa, okay, so this isn't just some random act of violence. These guys are organized, they have a motive, and they're probably highly trained.
Right, which means our protagonist isn't just facing down some thugs. He's up against people who probably think like him, fight like him.
Talk about a layered conflict. You've got this external threat, but also the internal struggle. Does he suppress those military instincts, or does he use them to try and take control of the situation?
And that's the real dilemma, isn't it? Because those instincts, the very things that might help him survive, are also probably deeply intertwined with the trauma he's trying to escape.
It's like his past is colliding head-on with his present.
And to make matters worse, his sister is also caught in the middle of it all. So now he's not just responsible for his own survival.
Man, talk about pressure. That's a lot for one person to handle.
And from the looks of the trailer, he chooses to fight. You see him wrestling with that decision, and then boom, he taps back into that training, that instinct to protect.
Well, based on the director, Patrick Lussier, I'd expect nothing less. This guy knows how to craft some seriously intense edge-of-your-seat action.
Right. He directed My Bloody Valentine, Drive Angry, so he definitely knows how to dial up the tension.
Exactly, and that makes me even more curious to see how this plays out. Will it just be a straight-up survival thriller, or are we going to get a deeper exploration of trauma and resilience?
Yeah, will it be all about the action? Or is there a deeper message about confronting your demons and finding the strength to protect the people you love?
Because let's be real, those themes, they resonate way beyond just action movies. That's real life stuff.
Absolutely. Guess we'll have to wait till November 1st to see how Aftermath delivers.
Can't wait.
And speaking of waiting, if you want to explore some real-life hostage situations while you wait, we did a whole deep dive on the psychology behind those a while back. Some pretty wild stories in there.
Always fascinating stuff.
It's all waiting for you in our archive. Until next time, everybody.